Welcome to the behind-the-scenes video of the new music content for Albion Online. I'm Marie, Senior Audio Designer at Sandbox Interactive, and I'm super excited to present to you the ideas, processes, and new music content for the upcoming update. Since the creation of the original soundtrack 5 years have passed. There have been many updates and new features since then, some including new music, like the Roads of Avalon, the Avalonian Dungeons, the Corrupted Dungeons, and the new Hellgates. While the music for those features was produced digitally, we recently wanted to take a closer look into how we can enrich the sonic world of Albion and improve the emotional impact of the gameplay. We set 3 goals: enhance the combat feel with music, create a stronger sense of belonging to the world, and emphasize the feeling of adventure. We've been working on the new music for 1 year, observing which areas of the world would benefit the most from a makeover, while still keeping our original vision and staying true to Albion's musical style. The composing work was split between our original composer Jonne Valtonen, who took over the city themes and the starting town theme, and myself, who created the music for the tutorial, hideouts, danger zone and bosses, combat, and the destiny board. For this new batch of music, we again wanted to record with the Philharmonic Orchestra in Prague and with Ronny Barak, who contributed the percussion for Bridgewatch and the hideouts in a separate session.
I was absolutely delighted to have been given the opportunity to continue building the musical world of Albion Online. I have been playing the game for a long time, so when I started the work, I already had quite a few ideas running in my head. Writing a clear and a strong theme is not easy. And there was a lot of back and forth with the team to have the themes just right. I'm very proud of how everything came out and personally can't wait to hear everything in the game.
Due to the pandemic, the whole production, except for the orchestral recordings, took place in a home studio situation. From the meetings happening online, to the composition of the music, to the implementation of all the cues into the game. And now let's have a closer look into what's new. Combat is a huge part of the experience in Albion Online, so we wanted to improve the flow of PvE and PvP fights and create an overarching music system that works in any combat situation. We aim to design a system that emphasizes the action of the moment, but also blends with the music we already have in the game. We came up with an adaptive combat music solution with varying intensity for the open world. The music switches when players are attacked or engage in fights and gets more intense the more foes they are facing, the more dangerous these foes are, and the lower their health drops. As the system includes enemy players as well as mobs, it also works for faction warfare. We went for mostly percussive material, as this enables us to quickly adapt to changes in the threat level. In Dungeons and Hellgates, the combat music works a little differently. As the music in these places is already centered around combat, there are additional battle music overlays for each theme. You can hear the music getting more intense when engaging in combat, but the original theme and sonic essence of the faction is retained to underscore the lore and story of the environment. The dungeon combat music upgrade is a process that is still ongoing and will be finished in the patches following the update. Within the combat system, boss fights are a special case. We wanted to keep the existing system that focuses on the bosses, so players will always notice when they aggro a boss even when they are fighting other players, but we also wanted to use this chance to bring in more variation and escalation as well. So we created new boss and danger zone themes and re-edited and brought back the old Hellgate theme, so that we now have 3 different boss themes depending on the type and threat level of the mob. The goal of the new boss theme, when encountering a common boss, was to give the players the feeling of intense action and convey that they are facing a dangerous enemy, while also keeping it fun and giving them a sense of agency, so that it feels like it could also be your theme that encourages you to win that fight. The second big topic for the upgrade was to create a stronger sense of belonging and bringing more character and depth to the city factions by giving each city its own theme. The new city themes reflect the vibe and personality of the inhabitants of each city faction. Limhurst, the city hidden in the forest, kept the old and beloved city theme, which perfectly captured the pride and playfulness of its character. Marklock lies in the sunny highlands, and the people there are cordial, gruff, and easygoing. They are the least pretentious city faction and also the most positive one. They like to have a beer, a celebration, and a good fight, so their theme has the vibe of a festival after a combat victory. The hot and dry climate of the steppe defines the city of Bridgewatch. Their strength lies in tactics, speed, and surprises. Their theme needed to reflect their dignity, elegance, and at the same time the buzz of the biggest trade faction. Located in the lush and vegetation-heavy swamps, the people of Thetford are masters of magic and mystery, and known for their wisdom and connection to nature. Their theme needed to convey this dreamy, mystic and clever mood, but also their love for the ancient, and the huge power that lies within knowledge. Fort Sterling is the physically strongest and most disciplined city faction, taking the most pride in their strength and fighting abilities. They made their home in the coldest and most hostile climate in Albion, so they have to be hardy and sober. Yonna's theme for the city perfectly captured both its strength and the positive sense of self they have. And then there's Callion, the city of outlaws. When its outland portals were destroyed, it became the city for those who wanted to profit from the war and keep Callion's independence. Their theme needed to be devious, ambivalent and dangerous, yet positive at the same time. While the cities are the hotspots of the royal continent, hideouts are the homes of the outlands, and it was time that they received their own musical identity. As they are built by players and a refuge and home base that can be upgraded over time, we went for a developing theme with a do-it-yourself vibe and simple and memorable melodies. The hideout themes get bigger in ensemble size and more confident the more upgraded the hideouts get. It starts out small and private, with a calm and precarious beginning version, and ends up with a full orchestral version with a sociable tavern feel. The last pillar of the updates are additions to support the feeling of writing your own adventure. While the new combat music system emphasizes that to a certain degree, we also added music to the tutorial to highlight a feeling of arrival and upcoming adventure right from the start, and to motivate players to be a part in Albion. The Destiny board is a huge part of each player's journey, so we gave it its own musical theme, which captures the mystic but also fateful mood of looking at your own path and destiny. With the cities getting their own characteristic themes, we also wanted to further distinguish the starting town experience from the later outland towns and added a new theme for the harbor towns. The Harbour Town theme reflects the craving for adventure and the liveliness and buzz of the starting towns, and also reflects the humble beginnings of each player's journey. I hope you have enjoyed this closer look into the music content for the next update and are as excited as we are to hear the new music in the game. If you want to know more about the other awesome features that are lined up for the next update, check out the other dev talks. Hear you then!